You're watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media.
Hi everybody, it's Rod Wilkerson back with City County Sports. Today I'm here with the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing great.
Coach, you had your opening game against Owensboro on Friday night. You had a great crowd here. Talk to us about the game.
Well, we appreciate all the support. We had full stands. It was an exciting atmosphere and a good way to start the season out with all the support.
Your thoughts on the game? I know there were some things that happened throughout the game, but just tell us about how you thought your players came about.
Well, I think our guys competed. They played hard. We didn't play real smart at times, had some mistakes that you cannot do against a good football team like Owensboro.
So some of the standouts that played well for you Friday night, who were they?
Well, Jacob Nanny was our MVP, and he played well. I think he had like 13 tackles total and played well on offensive line, played center for us, did a nice job there. Tepman Washington had a few good returns, a kickoff return. Darren Jones has a few receptions. So Tristan Simpson, linebacker, played pretty well. Travis Bursler played pretty well at defensive end, Easton Phelps. So we had a few guys, a few bright spots.
So some of the areas that you still had some concern with, what's that? And going into practice this week, you're going to be working on?
Well, just, things like watching the ball, not jumping off sides, bad snap. We're in a position to score and make it. Hopefully, we score, make it 6-15, kick extra point or go for two, and get in a position there where we can work with, and we snap it over our quarterback's head going in, and that kind of thing hurts you. And another big concern for me was our punt team, the protection there. And that punt team's something that's the first special team we put in the summer because that's the one that I feel like can get you beat real quick. And it did. It put us in a position to get beat. It's not the sole reason for sure, but when we get two punts blocked, one for a safety, that's a major concern.
The speed of Owensboro and your speed, how did you felt that was? You felt comparable to both teams? I
think at times we matched up, but overall they've got more team speed. I think they're well coached. They've got a lot of kids back from last year that played. We've got a lot of team speed, but we also have a lot of guys on the field that was their first game to play in on a Friday night. So, and it showed, especially early.
The heat. You've been practicing in some cool weather for July, and August hits, and Friday night was pretty hot. Mm-hmm. And you were telling me you had some cramps. Tell us how you handle that, and you have some medical teams around, right?
Yeah, the hospital provides. We have Teresa Jenkins, our athletic trainer, and then we have team doctors. So we're well prepared to take care of our kids, and we hydrate them. We talk to our kids all week about eating the right kinds of foods, eating fruit and things to keep them from cramping up, bananas for that potassium, and to hydrate all day. Drink the water. But when you practice all summer in July, or not all summer, but the month of July, and it's 60s in the morning when we're practicing, right, and then only in the 70s in the afternoon during two-a-days, I knew it would be a concern, and I felt like, first game kicks off, it's probably going to be hot, and sure enough it was, and it caught up with our kids in the second half. We had some kids start to cramp up.
Your receiving core, we haven't talked about those guys. How's that developing, and you see any improvement in them? Yeah,
they for the most part, at times it was spotty play. I mean, they blocked well at times. We want them catching the ball is obviously the big thing when you think about a receiver, but we want to always try to find guys that can block first out there. And at times we did block well, and at times we didn't. So we caught the ball pretty well. Antonio Pendleton had a few good catches. Darren Jones. Our route running wasn't as crisp as it needs to be. Especially when you play a team with the speed they have, linebacker and secondary. If you don't run really good, crisp routes, they're gonna break on it and make plays, and that happened to us at times. And I think number one concern, kind of getting off the receivers. I want to go ahead and talk about the offensive line and our running backs, and our protection there wasn't great either at times, and they got a lot of pressure on us. So the guy back there at quarterback makes his job a lot harder when he's got guys all over him. We had that a lot. So Luke Bailey, for the pressure he had on him, did pretty well at times. For the most part, made some pretty good decisions considering that pressure that he had on him.
And you had Jared in there also, right?
Yeah, Jared came in. It was towards the end of the game. Luke kind of got shook up there, and so we brought Jared in. Jared's a gamer. He came in and did some good things. So like I said, we're in a good position as far as quarterbacks. We got 2 guys that can play, and that's something we're going to continue to look at week to week.
We'll be back with Coach Kimbrell to talk about the Owensboro Catholic game coming up this Friday, right after this.
Put him in a chokehold, Robbie.
Elbow drop him, Bobby.
I'm back-breaking Bobby Wilson, and I'm slamming high prices.
Now Bobby's slamming high prices on both sides of the river. At Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings new Evansville store, you'll find the same quality furniture at low warehouse prices.
I'm slamming high prices.
Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings on 9th Street between J.R. Miller and Triplett at Owensboro, and now on North Main at Columbia in Evansville.
Hi, this is Duke Brubaker from Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Coach's Corner. Visit our website at championowensboro.com. 2013 Lincoln MKZ Demo Special, $44,775 MSRP, on sale $41,888. Save up to $6,000 on 2014 Ford Tauruses during Champion's Summer Spectacular. Those are our 2 Coach's Corner specials this week. Visit our website at championowensboro.com for a great lineup of new and used vehicles. How are you going to beat that?
Hi, everybody. We're back with Coach Kimbrell. Coach, on Friday night, you go to Steel Stadium. You play Catholic, Owensboro Catholic. Owensboro beat Apollo 45-6. They had a lot of speed, and their conditioning is pretty good. Talk to us about your concerns about Owensboro Catholic.
Well, the number one is they're always well coached. Coach Edge does a great job, and his staff, and their kids believe they can win, and that goes a long way. They've got that going the last few years. It's another one of those games that when you play a good team, which Catholic's a good team, they've proven that. And, in their scrimmage against Henderson, they did well, and then they kept on rolling. They got it going as the game went on against Apollo. They kind of just took charge, and a lot of that is their conditioning and being coached well. But a lot of it is just those guys, just their players getting after it. And we've got to just come in there and play a smart, sound football game to have a chance to compete with those guys. I know our guys will come ready to compete, and they'll be excited about the opportunity.
Coach, what do you have to do to stop the offense of Owensboro Catholic?
Well, they're a fast pace. They can go fast, they can go slow. They're similar to us as far as that goes. What do we have to do? We've got to put pressure on Hartz. He's got the ability to pick you apart. He understands their offense real well. He's been in it for a while. He's been there. He's played in big games. Trying to get some pressure on him, being aggressive up front. That's going to be a key. And then the thing about it is they're effective running the ball always. So that allows Hartz to be able to do some things he does, because if you put too much pressure and sell out just on the pass, and you give up a little in the run game, and you can't do that either. So it's a two-pronged thing there, and it's tough.
We asked all 3 of the other coaches this question last week, and I didn't get to ask you. Are you superstitious? Do you have like a pregame ritual that you're always doing?
I don't know if I've never thought of something that I have to do. We do have a routine that we go through with our pregame meal and our meetings and walkthroughs, and we have Fellowship of Christian Athletes before we have a pregame meal, and have someone come in and talk to our kids every week. So those, I guess, could be rituals. I don't have anything like that. I have to
wear the same color socks or anything like that?
I don't have to stand on one foot for so long or anything like that. We go through those routines as far as what I was saying with our schedule, but there's not anything I'm real superstitious on as far as that goes.
When you came out here Friday night, I was out shooting a little video of the game. It was pretty exciting watching everything start up Friday nights. Tell us how you felt on Friday night when the pregame started.
Well, this is my 18th year coaching, 10th as a head coach, and I don't know, this past Friday, it was a little different. For some reason this year, and I always get excited every year, but this year I was really excited. we've put a lot of work and preparation in with our kids, and like we always do. But maybe it's this group of kids we have this year. It's a really good group. Not that our past groups are bad, but just the excitement I see in those kids' eyes when they know they're going to get to actually put all that time and work in together. And I could just see the focus with our kids. And then we've got so many other support people in our school system. Jeff Hurley's our athletic director, and he's a multi-talented guy, I guess. I mean, he does not only the AD stuff, but you'll see him out here working on the field. And we just have so many people that do so many things to make that come together on Friday night. It just makes it special, and you start thinking about how special that is to have that many people care about our kids and our community. It's just really neat.
Well, you're going to be playing at Still Stadium. You got anything you want to tell the fans? I'm sure you want to get all the red out there.
Well, we'd like to see the same type of support we had. I know we had a huge student section. They're calling themselves the Red Sea, and those kids were all fired up, and that was fun to watch. All those kids get it fired up and excited about supporting their peers and their team, and so that's fun to watch. We like to see them all out there again, and it'll be a great atmosphere against another city-county game again, second game of the season. So we're excited.
All right, there you have it. Coach, wish you best of luck against Owensboro Catholic. There you have it, another Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. We'll see you next week.
You're watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media. If you'd like to be a business sponsor of City County Sports Coach's Corner and show your school colors, call Via Media at 683-1094.
Advertising is a tricky game. Some people are good at it. Some people aren't. This is Rick Isaacs. He works for Via Media as an account executive. And after a hard work week, you'll find him here. Rick's worked in television advertising for over 20 years, and he's one of those guys that's good at it. If you want to increase your business or make your cash register ring, give Rick a call. He'll do what it takes to make sure your advertising scores a hole in one.